Ryan, let me borrow you for this, please. The bigger guy.
Position.
Turtle, please. Okay, who did that? All right, so the guy takes the turtle position here, and what happens a lot of times is we wind up taking the back, and we get the back, and we get the hooks in here, and we wind up here trying to work something here, or we wind up pulling him to the side, and now we have to try and work for his neck, and that's a whole nother thing, especially if you got a guy that has any kind of experience. He's not going to let you choke him. It's just not that easy to choke people anymore. You know, defense is so prevalent. So it was happening to us a lot of tournaments, and we asked Lebo, what should we do in this position here, because we're not able to finish. We're taking backs and not finishing. He says, you guys are thinking all wrong. He says, you got to stop thinking sideways and start thinking up and down. So he said, you get your hooks in the guy, work to double unders his forearms, and then flatten the guy out with everything you got so that he is so miserable. His hands are folded. Then the biggest problem you'll have is getting your hand out. Pull him by the forehead, lift his arm, get this in here, and just choke from there. It's just guerrilla jiu-jitsu. And it's really that easy. Try it, and we'll come back in detail just a little bit. 1, 2, 3. He gets both of them in, right? And here, Gang! Thank you. You think you're really good here. You're sitting back here, you're like this, you think, even if you grab your hands, you think there's no way he's going to be able to flatten you out. But he just does, man. And he smashes your face in the ground, and you're this way. Now, guys, give me a second. Now, what he's doing that's so important, he's literally taking his junk and screwing me through my backbone and not letting go. You don't give the guy a break. So when he gets his hands out, because I want his hands out at this point, I'm going to go like this. Yes. He's going to grab my forehead. He's going to put it in. I'm going to get my chin down. All he's got to do is 10 finger. Put your hips down. Keep going. That's it. Don't lose the hip pressure. The hip pressure is what's the game changer. That makes you, instead of having it under his neck, because he's not going to get it under, let it under neck, Pete. So I'm here, man, I get my hooks in here, he's up the top there, I grab here, and he thinks he's safe, and I go like this. You see this? And I'm driving his ride. He's already miserable. I'm telling you, if you have strong jiu-jitsu hips, you can tap the guy with just that pressure. He's miserable. You don't have to get your arm under his chin. You get across his face, just this, and with that hip pressure, and then pulling up, believe me, the guy's done, sir.
Do you want us to grab his forearms or just do a...
Both forearms is the 100% way. Now, we know the rules are, if we do it 100% here, then when we're in a tournament or a fight, if we do 70%, it'll work. But if we only do it 50, 70% here, and we only get 25, 30 in a fight, then it doesn't work. Oh, I tried, it didn't work. Well, that's why we want to drill it 100%. Both hands under, really get them hips, ram them hips through that guy. I know it's horrible, it feels terrible, but this is what makes the finish, okay? Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3. All right, so here's the little details of it. Turtle, please. Caesar asked, what's the defense for it? The defense is you tap if you get in it. So the defense is before you get there, you're going to have to turn and literally let him have your back so that way you're not flattened out, belly down. Because belly down, flattened out is a bad place to be. But groups of eagles, we're in here and I'm here. Now he won't go long like this. He's not going to do this because then he's just giving me his neck. So in order, if he tucks here, I'm smashing his head, he's giving me the forearms, guys. So it's a gimme position. It's not like, well, how do I get his forearms? The forearms will be there. Now you can do this with one arm, but for the sake of doing the thing 100%, you got two. Now the weird position from here is your face is gonna smash the ground, and that's no problem. Boom. You see this? This is where I'm at. And I'm just gonna keep him here, make him miserable. Take one hand out, pointer, drive it across. Grab here And now watch my hip.
What if he drives his knee on the ground?
Yes.
To relieve the
So
pressure?
that is the question. To relieve the pressure, take my back, get the hooks in, grab the grip, flatten it out. All right, you're here. In order for me to get the pressure up, I want to turtle back up. But
No,
as long
I was thinking about like tucking the knee in.
I get Charlie horses when I try it. Let me do it here.
Yeah. See how my knee are off the ground right now?
Yeah. Yeah, yes. You can have your knees on the ground. It's no problem.
And you can restore
When you get
turtle.
back on turtle,
If
you
you
know,
can pull
get
it
That's a
off.
great idea. And hope that he doesn't choke between that and that. Listen, it's not an undefendable position. If you can get your thighs in between his feet, that's great. But the vast majority of the guys that do this, you know, especially bigger guys like yourself, it's brutal, man. You're just
I
not.
think if I had kept those hooks in, you wouldn't have been able to.
And if it's in the
move
middle
that
of a
leg out.
match and you're trying to suck air and your face is smashed against that mat and this guy's driving,
On your arms,
Choke
just
at
like
the
I'm
same time.
miserable.
You're worried about the choke now.
and here's the last part, guys. Don't worry so much about where you get your arms in. I don't care if you get your arms across the face. If you grab his forehead and his head's too strong, as long as you're here and you're here and your hips are down and your arms are up, it's lights out.
Yeah.
All right, let's try again. 1, 2, 3.